there, welcome to Scrap and Coffee. So I'm going to complete the decorating for the wallet folio today. So we are going to do the outside cover. I've got my papers ready and printed. I have a good idea of what it is that I want to do. So yeah, let's get to it. First I'm going to place a magnet because I still have not done that, and before I forget. So my desk is a complete mess, so I'm working on this one, and I'm also working on another project, and once that's done I really have to get some cleaning done. So I'm going to place my first magnet right here in the center. I just think this will be enough for this project. Come on. So I'm just eyeballing that it's in the center, and I don't want it too close to the edge, so I can cover it with the pattern paper. I haven't decided on what I'm doing on the inside, but I guess that I will figure that out. Probably use a piece of scrap from the papers that I'm using. Or I'm thinking about the white wood-borne color. So let's line it up. Careful when you lift that. And secure it. So I have also a little bit of detail work to do on the inside, but I will just do that off camera, and then I can do a project share. So let's do quick measurements because I don't know. So this is 2 3/4, 1 1/8. Don't need that one anymore. So I've printed it on the right side this time. It looks so much better. Although the other one looked good as well, actually. But and then I will need 2.5. So I'm measuring the size that I want, because of course I'm not going to cut through the image on the edge. It's not going to be a lot of overhang, but just a little bit. Where's my crop knife? Right there. Okay. So I was thinking about using the bottom part of this paper on the longer side, and I am going to do that. But I think I'll make it or an insertion point, or I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to do what I said in the beginning with cutting the whole image out and then use another paper to back it. I could do that still, of course, but I think the only thing that I haven't showed you really yet is how you make like an insertion point where you don't cut out the whole image but just make a partial cut and then back it with the black cardstock. Why do they decide they have to mow the lawn in front of my house right now? Is my window open? No, it's closed. Well, sorry about that. And I'm afraid he will come back a couple of times. So there we go. Now the one thing that I didn't think of is the rounded corner, but we'll see how that will Oh, I'll just leave it like this. Round it here, of course.
I'm done. I'm gonna bite.
Okay, so I have a little scrap piece of black here. I don't need a lot. And I'm roughly going around the image again. I'm going to cut it out. Okay, let's see. Yep, that's nice. So ink this up again. And then maybe I will do something on here because it's quite empty, but I will decide on that once I've done the larger area with the pattern paper. Then I have a better idea of what it looks like. My glue. So again, I'm just using a little bit. Doesn't need a lot. There we go, and I'm just cleaning this bit up a little bit. That's it. So we can glue that down. So that wasn't too long. Okay, there we go. That's one. Then we go to the other paper for the bottom. That's this one again that I've also used on the inside. That's the bottom part of the paper that goes on the top here. You see that overhang of the flower here? That's this flower. But we are going to cut off that part. So again, we are going for 8 and 1/8. And again, I'm in doubt, am I going to keep this one here? This time I'm just going to leave it. It's okay. And I need the height. Let's measure quickly. Oh, that's so annoying. Why are you doing that? 6. So this will be it. Okay, so what I'm thinking about is, you know, you can just leave it like this, of course, you can. It's looking great already. However, I'm also thinking about if I cut around a bird, for example, make an insertion point for a photo. That's going to keep it closed a little bit extra. But I don't think I want to do it. Not on this one, I don't think so. Also, you know what I said with cutting around this whole image and then place it on another piece of pattern paper. I don't think it's going to be worth the effort actually, because this is beautiful paper as it is. So actually I think I am just going to leave it like this. Oh my gosh, I'm in such a doubt. So I'm going to cut the back first. So it's 8 1/8 by 6 1/4. What am I going to do with that front? Let's see, what is it that I want to keep? Eight 6 1/4. Nice. So this is easy peasy. I'm sorry, I'm not talking a lot because I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with that front piece. And I just don't know, because I want to do something with it. It's hard for me to just stick a piece down and leave it like that. So I probably will make an insertion point. Okay, I'm aiming for a 1/8 of an inch border here. Try to hide my construction a little bit. Try to keep it straight. Okay, that's good enough. Such beautiful vibrant colors on this paper. I could make a wallpaper out of this one for my bedroom or something. That would be really, really pretty. I have 1/2 inch spines on this wallet piece, so you could decorate those as well. Maybe I will, but then I will have to see with what paper. Maybe just this paper. Like I could use these scraps for it. Maybe I will do that. Okay, so for this piece I'm just going to make that insertion point, because I know I'm going to regret it if I don't. So if you make an insertion point like I'm going to do now, my thumb of rule is that you want to stay away from your edges at least 1/2 inch with your cutting. Now I think I will be fine for that in this case, because I'm going to this is going to be underneath that flap, so I think I will start at the bird here. And then you will have to think about, okay, but what kind of photo do I want to put in there? Or maybe a gift card, or just a thank you card or something. Yeah. So for this one I would go for some smaller photos. So I will probably go up to the, the name of the flower doesn't come to my mind. So you want to stay away at least 1/2 inch from the bottom, 1/2 inch from your side and your tops, but that will be fine in this case. So because it's such a delicate image, normally I can also go like really close to the image, just cut around the image. But this time I will go a little bit around it, just keep a little bit of that border, just like I did on the inside and just like I did here. Just don't go directly on the image. But just go around it roughly. So I'm going to draw that out and I'm going to cut that out. I think I'm going to do something like this, and then I measure roughly like how far is my opening going to be. Let's hold that in the right direction. So this will be about 2.5 inches from here to here. So I can also go here and then I will have about 3. Yeah. So this will be underneath the flap a little bit, but that's okay. Then it won't be an additional closure, but just an opening for a photo. So again, I'm going to cut it. If I can remember where I put it, there. So again, I'm turning it around because I like to work on this, the right side of the paper, and work my way down. And that's it. So now let's see how well we have made the cuts. Okay, so let's see, I don't have a lot of pre-cut photo mats anymore, but if I want to put a 4x4 in here, that can easily fit. Yeah, so this is a nice insertion point, so you really have to take into account like what kind of photo do I want to put there, and how wide does my opening need, flimsiness of the paper. So how wide of an opening do I need for that kind of photo? And now it's going in there really easy, but once you've had the black and it's stuck down to your project, it's going to be a lot more tight, so keep that in mind. So now I'm going to ink the edge on what is going to show, so that's the edge here, and I'm going to do that from the back, just like I did on the inside. I'm going to take this image to the back side, because like you can see, I'm really going to smoosh the paper, and if you do it on the back, that's not a big deal, but if you do that on the front, yeah, you're not gonna enjoy life as much. Okay, so I just do this roughly. I'm not going to bother about the details too much, where maybe some of you think like, well, you're inking that edge is already bothering the details too much, but that might be true. So now I need again a piece of black cardstock that can fit in here and is wide enough. So, let's just put this one here for a second. I have a lot of scraps laying around. Maybe this is a very good one actually. So I need to cut this to size and where it can fit. Okay, wait. Let's measure. I'm going from here to there. That is about 4 inches. I cut it a little over 4, so I can always adjust because it's hard to measure. Go 4 1/8. Hopefully then and there's a lot of detail here, so it's hard to get it in without catching onto something. Normally I don't do, yeah, see, that's not good enough. This, but maybe in this direction. I just have to get it in there correct. The 4-inch cut was not what I needed to do. Come on. Like I have it there and I don't have it on the other side, or see, I cut it to 4, but that was actually right, but it's going further in there, so that wasn't. Oh, this is a difficult one, guys. This is a difficult one. I need to think about this way. Okay, this is a difficult insertion point to really back with the black cardstock. So what I did is I kind of measured the height of the insertion and the width. In this case it was 4.5 by 3.25, and I'm going to what I'm going to do is to keep it safe for myself is to glue it on here. Then I'm going to cut around it carefully. I think it's the best way to go because it's really, there's a lot of detail. It's a pretty difficult one. So it's even going to be difficult to glue the black on there, but we'll see how I can manage. So I'm placing the glue here only on the edges. I can also always touch it up a little bit where it needs to be touched up, and the edges I will do once it's stuck down. So never going for the easy way, apparently. Okay, I think I got it where I want it. Carefully get it on there. Oh, touch up that little. So then, what a noise right in front of my door, really. Yeah, I got my small cutting surface. I think that's the safest way. Let's see, I'm going to give myself a little guideline here. Okay, so that line I put down there, and I'm going to see how I can cut it without cutting in my paper underneath. So we have to be very, very careful. Okay, the rest I'm going to clean up with my knife if that's possible, because the cutting mat is not fitting under there completely, so just carefully. Clean that up. That's not good. Okay, carefully. Okay, so I've got through the paper a little bit on the bottom. I was afraid of that. But I'm going to keep it together with some double-sided glue, and we will also glue it down. Well, no, we're not going to glue here, of course. Okay, let's get that knife out of the way. So that wasn't easy. But okay, so I had to clean up some of my details where I didn't make a really nice cut. Don't forget to erase pencil marks that you're still able to see, of course. So I've got a little bit of a distressed edge, you can call it, here and there. But that's fine. So now when we are going to glue this on here, we have to make sure that here where we want to have the photo mat going in, or the card, or whatever you want to put there, that you can put it in so we don't glue that down. So I'm going to place my glue on the edges, all four sides, and I'm going to glue right here. So because you want this to stick down to your project, but this has to remain open. So be careful on where you are putting your glue. It's better for the lighting. I'm also removing that piece of tape backing. And then I'm going around this carefully. You really don't need a lot if you're using the Art Glitter glue. Really strong glue. Maybe you want to put a little bit here, but 9 out of 10 times I don't even do that actually. Okay, so now I'm carefully going to find that border. And hopefully it's straight. Don't have a lot of time, so that looks pretty okay to me. And then with my flatter bone folder, I'm going underneath here to push down the pieces, detailed pieces there. So I do have to make some photo mats, I think, for this one, but now we can place something in here. We can even do a larger one. And you could place it like this when it's closed, of course. So that's helping to keep it closed. So you can do, maybe we can do a larger one. That's just, you only see it when it's open, and then a smaller one that's helping the closure a little bit, but the magnet is doing a pretty good job. So you can do this as well, maybe in this, or even in this direction, but see, there are possibilities there. So I will be honest with you, I like it. It's making this image pop here, but it's also, because it's so delicate, it's a hard one, and you can discuss about the fact, like, is it worth the effort? And that's something that you have to decide for yourself. I can place this one here. That will look good. Let me see, how's that with that? And now you see how much more vibrant this is when you compare it to this paper that's printed on the wrong side. I can also just go for this one. That's even the right size, I think. So that will be easy, but I don't feel it with this. So I have to make a mat for that one. You see the difference? I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but for me it's a really big difference. I think I'm going to use this piece anyways. So that needed to be 2 1/4, right? Or 2 1/2. 2.5. Okay. And then I will round the corners. So I'm going to put it in this direction. Yeah, that would look nice. So I will probably go for a little bit of a neutral pattern paper to place on my gusset areas, on my larger gusset areas. Like here on that 1/2 inch. Oh, let's do that the right way. I don't give a lot of pressure around the magnet, so you don't push in the image of the magnet, if you get what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I do it by accident and then I'm like, oh yeah, the magnet was there. So you don't always prevent it. Also, when you go too close to the edge, then you will see it a little bit more. So yeah, let me see if I can cut some white photo mats. I think I will do a 4x4 and I have 3x4, so that's fine. So a 6x4, I think it's too much to place on the cover, but you can, of course, especially if you have like a, maybe a, yeah, I call it a gift card, but it's not a gift card, like maybe a happy birthday card or thank you card or something like that. Of course you can put it in there. Trying to organize a little bit here. And I need to put on some of that glue. You know what, I'm not even going to bother. It's okay, I'm just going to place it there. Actually, for it to be removable, I have to wait for it to dry, and that's not, I don't feel like waiting right now. So it won't be removable. Give that a quick stamp. See how that looks. You could also use, of course, one of the cards out of the collection to put in here. Then you can close and place this one with it. But I see it's a little bit stressing here on the edge. So maybe you don't want to put it over the flap. And the magnet is still holding. Okay, let's see. And I also think I'm going to do it like this. Just one in here. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. It's not that I don't like it, but I think if I had to do it again, I would not make the insertion point here. Just because it's so delicate. I don't know. It's not that it doesn't look good or anything. That's not it. Okay, so I'm going to finalize the details for this project. I still need to do some photo mats and stuff, and then I will come back with a project share for this one. So for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video.